What's today? It's Taco Tuesday. Believe it or not, I used to be big into fast food growing up. For myriad reasons, I decided to not eat it anymore. I just like simple food and things that feel nostalgic and kind of make you feel something. And the older I've gotten, the more I've wanted to cook things that I like rather than are super frou-frou or fancy. I'm simple. One of the things about these fast food companies is they spend all this research and development, teams of people working on these really creative, unique food ideas. One of those things that I've always loved and I thought was always super brilliant was Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
Honey, will you run out and get me something crunchy?
Crunchy. I'm on it.
And chewy.
Crunchy and chewy.
And cheesy.
Satisfy all your cravings with Taco Bell's Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
I used to frequent Taco Bell for that one thing when I was much younger. I haven't had it in years, although it is one thing I figured out how to make at home. It's one of my favorite taco nights. I make it when I entertain people, small dinner parties. It's easy to make, it's super flavorful, and it's just 1,000 times better than whatever they're making. I love the idea of recreating fast food items at home because you have full control over the ingredients. Let's face it, if you've made a personal decision like I have to not eat fast food, you probably do so because you worry about the quality of the ingredients. Making it at home solves that problem. You get what you want, you don't have to worry about any sort of quality issues, and then you're a happy camper. And for me, it's one of my favorite things. So I'm gonna teach you how to make a homemade taco seasoning. I was just at the store and I looked at what was in a taco seasoning mix package, and they didn't even list one spice. It was all like stuff I'd never recognized before. So it's super easy. You probably have all the ingredients in your pantry already. If not, it's a couple dollars at the store to set you up for a few months. And so we're gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you how to make fried corn tortilla taco shells. We're gonna put together a nice little sauce, season the meat, cook it up, bing bang boom, let's get into it. First thing I wanna do is just get all of the toppings prepped out of the way because then we're gonna move over to the stove. For this type of taco, this is like a gringo taco. It's ground beef, seasoning, and all that kind of stuff. A basic taco. And for me, I kind of like the crispiness of iceberg. And one of my first jobs was at like a little restaurant, 18-hole golf course, and I was a dishwasher. One of the things that they would let me do is make salads. So when I would do that, they taught me a little trick about iceberg. You got this little root down here that you're gonna want to remove. I'm not gonna use this whole thing, but since I have an iceberg lettuce right here, I'll show you the easy way to just pop this guy out. Kind of lay it flat, bang it, and then the root comes out. You can just toss it. I like to take outer leaves off. I just want that crispy bit. I want to slice it very thin. So these are about all the spices that I know of that make a good taco seasoning. For me, the key element is chili powder. You want a little spice with the cayenne. Paprika gives it a little flavor and the right color. Cumin and coriander. Coriander is seed of cilantro, and cumin. These two things, they just taste like Mexico. So these are super important. Without the chili powder, the ground cumin, and the coriander, you're going to sort of fall a little bit flat when you taste this. These are the three major things, in my opinion, that make a taco or Mexican seasoning what they are. And then we have some cayenne. Oh, we've got 2 cayenne. Let's get that out of here. And then garlic and onion powder. Sumac is like my new favorite ingredient. I use it in my barbecue rub and it really makes something delicious. I've shown you it before. It's basically a dried powder. It sort of looks like a purplish chili powder, but it has a citrusy flavor to it that's amazing, and it really adds something nice to it. So I'm gonna put that in there. I've never done it before, but you can leave this out. So I think I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of each chili powder, cumin, and coriander, and then 1 tablespoon of everything else. Not exact measurements. A little bit light on the cayenne, not a full tablespoon. All you have to do is really smell it to know you succeeded. It smells like taco seasoning. Again, you don't have to buy that package again. You can make this all fresh and so much better and kind of control flavor. So I'm gonna reserve that amount for the actual meat. Now here we just got some regular sour cream, but I like flavored sour cream. So I'm gonna use my favorite hot sauce. I like Frank's. I'm gonna use this Frank's wing sauce. I'm not sponsored by Frank's. I know I use them a lot and I flash it. I just like it. If somebody over at Frank's wants to sponsor me, I'm happy to talk about it. But I'm just gonna put a little bit in here. And again, you can do your favorite hot sauce. You can even put canned chipotle peppers and kind of blend them up and make a chipotle cream. A touch more. Salt. Okay. I just have some ground chuck, freshly ground, about a pound of it, and then you can sort of scale up. You have enough seasoning mix, you can kind of get 2 pounds. It all depends on how many people you're cooking for. I'm only gonna make a few tacos today, so I'm just using like a little under a pound. I need 1 taco for the juicing to throw into the meat that I'm just gonna slice in half. And then 1 lime that I'm gonna use as sort of a way to prop the tacos up. So I'm gonna cut it in half and then cut it like that. Now they're like little bookends to hold my tacos in place. So I've got the corn tortillas, which we're going to fry, and then these small, soft, sort of thicker flour tortillas. These sort of match the size or a little bit smaller than the corn tortillas. So I'm just gonna take a few out. So they're about the same size. We can fry these up into a little corn tortilla and then wrap it around the outside. And that's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna move the get up over to the stove, get down to it, and then eat some tacos. So drop it in when the oil is hot. And then in like the first 10 seconds, flip it. Flip it again. It'll start to get a little crispy. When it starts to get crispy, drop the heat to like a medium. Just sort of fold it into a taco shape. Hold it like that for a little bit and then go to the other side. It'll start to hold its shape. Make sure it gets nice and crispy throughout. And let it dry upside down. And you just want to break it up into little bitty pieces with a flat sort of wooden spoon. Okay, so now we have to like make these ready for the cheesy gordita crunches. And what that means is I gotta take these soft tortillas, put cheese in it, and then pop it in the microwave for like 30 seconds to a minute just to melt the cheese. And then we can put it all together. Remember, this is gonna act as the glue that keeps the soft and the hard shells together. So you wanna make sure you have enough because this is gonna melt down into almost nothing. Stick it in the middle. And then just push, and just make it like glue. Integrity still intact. Even if you like Taco Bell, you never want to go into the store. Plus, you don't know what those ingredients are. I've tasted the cheesy Gordita Crunch and I tasted this. I'll take this any day of the week. Like I said, Taco Bell had the right idea. The execution is a little off, especially for this day and age. Do it yourself, impress your friends, show them you're better than fast food, because you are. So now you know how to make some good tacos. Football season's here. This is a great recipe to start the fall off with. And yeah, don't ever go to Taco Bell again. Thanks again for watching. I hope this was a good episode for you because it's one of my favorites. It's a fun one. I've gotten up to 15 Patreon supporters who are now producers of the show. So I just wanted to say a shout out and a thank you to all of my Patreon producers that are scrolling through right now. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. See you next time.